Welcome to the NSIC Student Athlete Advisory Committee Spotlight. I'm your host, Nick Kornder, Assistant Commissioner for Media Relations with the NSIC. This fall, we'll spotlight an NSIC Fall Sports Student Athlete from each of our 16 institutions. And this week, we're joined by the University of Sioux Falls, David Ecker. Hello, David, and welcome to the Spotlight.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. How are things down in Sioux Falls?
Very good. Can't complain.
All right, we'll start off with just give the audience a little bit of background on yourself.
Sure. I'm from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I went to Eau Claire North High School. I ran cross country and track there. Like I do here, I also cross country skied in the winters. I'm a biology major, a junior here. And yeah, that's probably the best overview we can get.
All right, so from Wisconsin down to Sioux Falls, how did you end up at the University of Sioux Falls?
Yeah, so I mean, running was kind of the draw. That's what kind of like put USF on the map for me, brought it into consideration. But what really sold it was my visit here. I was really comfortable on the campus. It's a nice smaller university. We're, between 1,000 and 2,000 students, and I think I enjoy the smaller student body a lot better than like a larger, like 10,000 plus kid state school. And I also hit it off really well with our distance coach, Doug Peterson. Really like his approach on training and the team community, and that sold it.
Excellent. So spring sports canceled, outdoor championship season was canceled, and now this fall championship was canceled for cross country. What are you doing as far as training and just an overall update from Sioux Falls cross country, what you're up to this fall?
Yeah, so we're super fortunate here. Our campus, for the most part, has done a great job to limit the spread of the virus, and our students have been, for the most part, making good decisions. So we're approved to practice. We can practice full time. So we have a pretty regular looking practice schedule. Just with no meets. Of course, we have all the precautions. We have daily health checks. We get these wristbands, different color each day for passing the health screening. But yeah, what we're looking to do this season pretty much is kind of simulate cross country as far as the workload goes, improve, get in good shape, and then we'll hopefully have indoor or outdoor to transition into later this season, and we'll try to approach that like it would be a normal year.
Yeah, so with the indoor and outdoor season, how has that kept you guys positive, knowing that those seasons are still a possibility?
Yeah, I mean, we know that all the runners that are going to do well in indoor and outdoor are training right now. Nobody's slacking off now and gonna be killing it in indoor and outdoor. So that's the motivation. There's the necessity to keep training if we're gonna have a successful future. And I mean, at this point, we've all had time to react to the loss of the cross country season, and it's really sad. But I mean, there's always another race down the road. We're a lot more fortunate than fall sports athletes that have to wait a full calendar year. We're looking at potentially just a few months, and we're back at it racing again. So there's no slouching, no time to waste. We're just hitting it in stride.
So COVID has affected everyone differently. Tell us how's it most affected you as a student athlete?
Yeah, the biggest effect definitely is just missing out on the racing season. The team trips to the meets are, that's the payoff of all the work. That's the most fun part of the season, is those, like the trips to Griac, trips down to Joplin, even just like heading to like Wayne or Aberdeen, like the close ones even. It's just so much fun to all get together, travel together, just really spend some quality time as a team and pay off by, putting ourselves to the test, getting our races in, and yeah, it's the fruits of the labor.
Yeah, so another trip you missed out on was to the SAAC Summit, which was supposed to be in Moorhead last year, but you were able to attend that virtually with your role as being a Student Athlete Advisory Committee member at Sioux Falls. But just tell us a little bit about your role with the SAAC at Sioux Falls.
Yeah, so I started or was, I guess, invited onto the the committee second semester my freshman year. So this is now, I guess, kind of like, well, it'd be like the 2.5, but like kind of like my third year on the committee. So I've more so than some of the newer people kind of have a feel for it, the initiatives, what we do. So with myself and my counterpart for cross country, Aaron Voigt, we're kind of like, we have a little bit of a leadership role there, kind of being some of the more experienced members, and yeah, just helping out, communicating with our president and Lexi, and just trying to keep things moving right now.
So some of the initiatives that you're trying, that you're going after this year at Sioux Falls.
Yeah, so this fall we're gonna start off with the Green Bandana Project, the mental health initiative. We're gonna try to get some speakers similar to last year. I think we had our school counselor come talk to us about the ways to approach conversing with people that may be struggling a little bit with their mental health, and trying to keep that available for students on campus. We are launching a social media campaign that we've done in the past called Take 5 to Give 5. So that's a donation to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And then we're also looking at an additional community service project for the fall. We've been doing some brainstorming. We're thinking it might be, we might get a little crafty and make some tie blankets for to donate to one of the shelters.
Awesome. Well, sounds like you got a lot of things on the plate for this coming year with your SAAC initiative, so that's great to hear. Let's talk a little bit about best attributes. We'll talk about your university, the NSIC, and Division II, but we'll start, what's some of the best attributes of being at Sioux Falls?
I think like the biggest thing, and one of the things that drew me here, like I mentioned earlier, it's a smaller campus. It's tight knit. There's a great community here, very positive. All the sports are really, we help each other out, cheer each other on and stuff. A lot of really good personal relationships on campus. Most of the people, really inviting, nice, helpful faculty. Yeah, it's USF. It's good stuff.
Tell us about competing in the NSIC and then in Division II.
Yeah, the NSIC is a lot of fun because it's really spread out. It's a big area. There's a lot of different places we get around to. A lot of great rivalries. We got the crosstown rivalry with Augustana. That's always fun. Yeah, just a lot of good traveling. Get all the way up to Duluth, the Twin Cities, down in Nebraska. It's nice to spread out, and yeah.
And those fall meets with cross country, it's just unfortunate because you get to go and run outside in the beautiful weather, and the leaves are changing. So it's unfortunate that there's not the meets to go to this year, like you mentioned. A couple more questions before we get to rapid fire, but any hidden talents or something people may not know about you?
Maybe something people may not know. My freshman year on campus, I hosted a radio show on our campus station, and no one probably ever tuned in, but I had a name for it and like segments and all that. I called it Slacker Thursday because I didn't have any classes on Thursdays, so I just had an hour where I played some of my music and talked a little bit.
Nice. Are those archived anywhere, or?
I don't know if those are archives at all, but I do have recordings of. I did some podcasts last year. My friend Aaron, he's the fellow cross country SAAC rep, and we recorded some podcasts, emailed them around to some people, just joking around. But
nice. All right. And then, where do you envision yourself both academically and athletically in the future?
Yeah, so I'm a biology major. My plan is to go to physical therapy school and become a PT. So that next year being my senior year, I'll be applying to those and hopefully move on. They don't have PT school here, so it'll be heading out somewhere else. Athletically, this is really a lifelong sport, running is, and I'm really into skiing too, cross country skiing and biking. So those are all things I plan to continue to compete at and train at, and just keep it a part of my life.
All right, and who has had a major influence on your life and why?
Yeah, so there are a lot of people, of course. You got like parents, friends, family, but I wanted to look a little outside of the box on it, so I highlighted Bob Uecker, the Milwaukee Brewers radio commentator.
Oh yeah, just a bit outside.
Yeah, and I can elaborate on that. He's kind of really been like the sound of summer in my life. We've always got the Brewer games on the radio, but further than that, he's had a pretty big influence like on my humor, and also was like an inspiration for humility. He's a guy that if he was a professional baseball player, and I mean kind of a mediocre one, which he always makes fun of himself for on air, but just he's an inspiration for the lifelong sport, mentality. Like if he hadn't continued to, put his heart and soul into baseball beyond his professional career, he would be, kind of completely forgotten. His stats weren't Hall of Fame worthy. He would just be dust in the wind in Major League Baseball. But because he's put, his entire life into it and just made it part of him and given himself back to the sport, that's what he's known for, and that's his contribution.
Kind of find his niche with his personality, and yeah, he's been awesome to follow. So that's very, very good. That was a unique answer and very well thought out. So, but now, are you ready for rapid fire?
I'm ready for rapid fire.
All right, here we go. I'll ask some questions. You give the answers quick and learn a little bit more about you. So we'll just ask. The first question off is, what's your favorite food?
Pancakes.
Favorite season to compete in, indoor, outdoor, or cross country?
Outdoor.
Outdoor, okay. Cycling or skiing?
Skiing.
Cross country or downhill?
Cross country for sure.
Your favorite movie?
On the Edge with Bruce Dern.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
No.
Would you rather watch football or baseball?
Baseball.
Most used social media app?
Strava.
What is that?
It's like kind of endurance athlete specific. Like
Okay.
Like we all have like our GPS watches. So you get like a GPX file of like your map, your run or bike or whatever, and then you can upload it to this app, and it'll post a map and your paces and all that, and then you can add pictures and name it. So it's
all right.
Yeah.
New to me, but all right. Favorite opposing NSIC city to travel to?
Duluth.
Favorite TV show?
The Great British Baking Show.
All right. You used to be a DJ. Favorite musical artist?
Anderson .Paak.
All right. And your best sports memory in which you competed in?
It was last winter indoor season. Mark Shuck invite at Mankato,
Yep.
and I went with. We had a smaller group go a Friday night, and me and my best friend Aaron, we ran the 3K, and we both PR'd, and then we came back the next Saturday and ran the mile the next day, and also both PR'd, and it was just a great time, great trip, a lot of success, a lot of fun.
Awesome. All right. Well, that was pretty much rapid fire. We had a couple of follow-up questions in there, but David, we appreciate you taking the time to join us today. That's been our Student Athlete Advisory Committee Spotlight for this week. Hope you join us next week. But for today, we'll give you your time back, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.